Okay, so we're looking at some strength exercises that are going to help us improve our walking and our standing ability. So let's just get into a warm-up to begin here. Should take us about 8 to 10 minutes to get through everything. Just want to get our heart rate up. Now for any of these, if you feel like you need a chair or perform these by a counter where you have a little bit of upper body support, I would encourage that, just so you feel more secure and you can get more out of the activity, okay? We're gonna get our heart rate up a little bit more. All right, and then we're gonna start going side to side, just touching the tops of our toes, like you're gently stepping on your toe. Don't wanna make it too hard. You wanna have control with it here. Take your time. Got about 10 more of these before we go into our first real strength exercise. Okay, so we're gonna start with our feet together, holding on if you need to. You're trying to get your foot out to the side. So your feet will start together and they'll end together. Do your best to keep this leg in the air during that midway point, all right? So we're aiming for about 10 to 12 on each side. You're trying to really land that leg softly back as well. A lot of people will kind of come abruptly down. Do your best to stay consistent there. All right, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. 10 to 12 times. Keeping it nice and gentle, nice and smooth. Good, almost there. Great. All right, so we're going to find a chair or something nearby, a couch, wherever you're at, and we're just going to work on getting up and down 5 times in a row, okay? So you can fully sit down and then come right back up. Just trying to get these front leg muscles nice and strong for our walk. That's it. Almost there. Once you get to 5, good. We'll stand back up, take a second or two. We're gonna go right back into those leg kicks out to the side, okay? So we're gonna go for about 10 to 12, just like we did before. Good, almost there. All right, same thing other side. Good, being nice and gentle with that return. The leg starts together and then they finish together. Almost there. All right, and then we're gonna work up and down 5 times like we did before. 1. And think about really trying to breathe out and exhale as you come up. Try not to hold in that breath. You don't want to hold in that tension. Sometimes that could add increased strain to areas of the back, of the hips. And then 1 more. All right, and then we'll take a break. Sit down, give yourself about 30 seconds to a minute. We're gonna move on shortly with some different leg exercises to get our bodies stronger here, all right? So take your time. We're getting there. And you can kind of do this at your own pace. You could pause the video when you want. You could play the video when you want. So you have some flexibility in how fast and how much rest you really need in between here, which works out well, depending on what fitness level you're at. Okay, so we're gonna start back upright. And we're gonna add some circular leg motions. So it's similar to what we did before, except this time we're making an outward circle with our leg. So our leg comes a little bit in front, a little bit behind, and then back next to the other foot. So same thing, we're going for 10 to 12 of these here. Just working slightly different muscles of the leg, still working on our balance on that other leg. Like I said, if you need a hold on, totally fine. then same thing on the other side. Outside circles, 10 to 12 of them. Way to stay with it. Good, got about 2 more. All right, so the first series we started with a outside circle. Now we're gonna come with a inside circle. So we're gonna initiate with the back of the leg and then bringing our feet together. Same thing, if you need something to hold on to, totally fine. Really trying to stay balanced on that other foot here. Good, 2 to 3 more. All right, other side. Good, way to find that balance, way to stay consistent. Almost there. Let's get about 4 more here. All right, and then right from here, we can actually go up and down on our toes. So same thing, shooting for about 12. If you want to go a little more, that's fine. Just trying to keep your balance and really keep your knees straight as you're going through this here. A lot of people tend to bend their knees. If you feel like you're bending your knees, I would suggest holding on to something just to give your knees a better opportunity for them to straighten. Almost there. Let's get about 2 more reps. Okay, now for this last part of the series, we're gonna try to take a big step out to the side and come back to the middle. Big step out to the side, come back to the middle. Shouldn't be anything you're not comfortable with, but it should be a slightly wider step than you would typically take. Looking at about, anywhere from 2.5 feet here. And as you're doing this, all your weight kind of stays on that standing leg, the leg that's not moving. So let's get about 2 more. And then we'll come to the other side using the other leg. And you'll see you kind of go into a mini squat with that standing leg here, which is kind of nice. Same thing, if you feel like you need to off-weight the leg, if you're getting some pressure in the knee or ankle that you don't really love, hold on to something and that'll helpfully take the weight off there. Get about 3 more. Don't mind the cats coming in every now and then. All right, and take a rest. All right, so this is gonna be our final rest break here. And then we're gonna get into the finishing part of our workout. So we're gonna repeat a series that we just did in the second part. And then we'll add something sitting down, which will be a nice change of pace. So we're back up into our heel raises. Aiming for about 12, maybe you could get into the 14 range, totally fine. Do what you're comfortable with. I'm getting about 5 more here. Thinking about those knees staying straight. All right, and then we're gonna work on that weight shifted to one side, kind of stepping out and back. And really all that weight is staying on that standing stationary leg. 8 to 10 of these. Just challenging a slightly wider step than you would typically take. Almost there. All right, and then same thing on the other side here. Good, we're almost there. Way to stick with it. You could use your arms a little bit as well if you want to bring your trunk forward. That might give you a little more balance. Get about 2 more. Okay, and then we'll sit down actually. And we're just gonna work on strengthening our core and hip muscles at the same time. So we'll start with our feet and hands together. We're going out and in, out and in. Good, way to stay with it. Just going for 10. Really try to get wide and come back to the middle. And you'll see both my feet leave the ground as I bring them out, and both feet leave the ground as I bring them back together. All right, we'll take a nice break there. Like I said, you could pause, play the video at your speed, at your own time, based on how tired you are. And if you could get through the workout at the recommended rest break intervals, fantastic. If you feel like you need more time, totally fine. We're gonna go through this again here. Out and back. And hopefully as you kind of get through these at a slightly quicker pace, that's a good sign that your stamina is improving, that your endurance is improving. And that's what it's all about. And hopefully that, will lead to longer walks, faster walks, doing more outside the house, doing more inside the house. All right, let's get about 6 more here. 3. 6. All right, got through it. So give that a try. Find a pace that works out well for you. And this is something that you can do a few times a week to really build up that strength and endurance so you can walk a little bit more. Look out for further videos. If you have any questions, reach out to our email, and look out for other promotions to help you walk better and kind of live the way you want inside and outside the house. All right, take care.